Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a humble laborer. Every day he toiled under the sun, digging up soil, loading it onto his donkey, and selling it to make a living. His days were simple, and he never wished for more than he had. One day as he was digging, his shovel struck something hard. Curious, he bent down and picked up a dazzling stone. It was smooth, shiny, and unlike anything he had seen before. However, the laborer had no knowledge of its worth. To him, it was just another peculiar rock. So without much thought, he tied it around his donkey's neck and went about his daily routine. As he walked through the village with his donkey, the stone glistened under the sunlight. A wealthy merchant who owned a small grocery shop noticed the stone and was instantly drawn to its sparkle. "What is that shining thing around your donkey's neck?" the merchant asked. The laborer shrugged. "Oh, just a stone I found while digging," he replied. The merchant, liking its beauty, offered to buy it. "I'll give you $50 for it," he said. The laborer, thinking it was a generous offer for a mere stone, agreed and handed it over. The merchant, pleased with his new possession, hung the stone on his shop's weighing scale. As days passed, many villagers admired the beautiful stone, but none knew its true value, until one day a jeweler visited the shop. The moment he saw the stone hanging from the scale, his eyes widened in shock. He recognized it immediately. It was not just a stone, but a priceless diamond. Hiding his excitement, the jeweler casually asked, "Where did you get this stone?" The merchant replied, "Oh, I bought it from a laborer for $50. Do you like it?" The jeweler smirked. "Would you be willing to sell it to me?" The merchant, sensing an opportunity, said, "Of course. Give me $100 and it's yours." But the jeweler, being a shrewd businessman, decided to bargain. "I'll give you $80, he said. "If you agree, I'll take it now. Otherwise, I'll leave." The merchant, firm in his price, refused to lower it. "100 or nothing," he insisted. The jeweler hesitated, thinking he could return the next day and convince the merchant to settle for $90. Confident in his plan, he walked away. That evening, fate had other plans. Another jeweler, a traveler from a distant town, happened to pass through the village. His car broke down near the merchant's shop, so he stopped by to rest. As he glanced around, his eyes fell upon the diamond hanging from the scale. His heart skipped a beat. Without wasting a moment, he asked, "Is that stone for sale?" The merchant nodded. "Yes, for $100. Without a second thought, the jeweler took out the money and bought the diamond immediately. The next day, the first jeweler returned, ready to purchase the stone. But to his shock, it was gone. "Where is the stone?" he demanded. The merchant smiled and replied, "Oh, after you left, another gentleman came and bought it for $100. The jeweler's face turned pale. He gasped in frustration and shouted, "You fool! That wasn't just a shiny stone. It was a priceless diamond, and you sold it for just $100. The merchant laughed. "Sir, I didn't know it was a priceless diamond." "But you did, yet you still argued over $20. So tell me, who is the real fool? The one who sold it unknowingly, or the one who lost it for the sake of $20? The jeweler had no words. He left, regret filling his heart, knowing he had lost something beyond value, all because of his greed and hesitation. Lessons from the story. Knowledge is power. The laborer and merchant were unaware of the diamond's worth, but the jeweler knew. Yet despite his knowledge, he let greed cloud his judgment. Knowing something valuable is meaningless if you don't act wisely. Opportunities don't wait. The first jeweler thought he was being smart by delaying his purchase, but hesitation cost him dearly. When opportunity knocks, act quickly. Tomorrow might be too late. Small greed can lead to big losses. The jeweler's desire to save just $20 made him lose a fortune. Sometimes trying to gain too much can make you lose everything.